Good morning and welcome back to Six Ashes. Today is Tuesday the 21st of November. We are aboard the 5000 drilling in the last field of winter wheat. We've also got the County Super 4 on the discs in the field as well. He is busy making sure that the land is work for us. And we will get ourselves in here, just talk of rain later, so we will have to stop later on, get this rain out of the way before we can continue drilling, but get the majority of the field drilled up at the moment. Get this side done first and then we sled back down the other side again. This end of the field don't really need to make much headland because we've got the roadway running along, but also need to try and get ourselves a new grain store built. As we were running out of space to put our crops. For the most part, I think we've gone a bit narrow here, but it's that little bit easier to follow the centre of the bonnet, but the markers are a little bit close. Fingers crossed, next couple of days we can get this wheat in. Concentrate upon getting the sugar beet up and all the fields ploughed, and then we can concentrate upon our animals for the winter. We are going to do the headlands last in this field, seeing as we've got the Super 4 still cultivating. All the land down here is ploughed for the winter. Just got to get this disking done and the tractor moved over to the dairy side of the farm and get the fields ploughed down that way. Once all the sugar beet is up and everything's put away, of course, we will be having a lorry come to take the rest of the sugar beet, so shouldn't be too many loads left to go. As we said before, we've given up on the potatoes. We're not going to grow potatoes on the farm, not for a few years anyway. fingers crossed that this wheat will germinate before the onset of frosty winter. Do need to take the 135 to the store and pick up a bucket. We need to take the Nuffield to the store and pick up a beet bucket. If we grow sugar beet this end in the future, then the 135 will have a trip over to the dairy farm, pick up the beet bucket and bring it back. So we don't need to buy a second beet bucket. And we are looking very much like this could be the last breed coming up on this end headland. We will work that outside edge as an headland going forward. Now we will get into this side. And away we go once more. You can just see the super pour across the other side of the field doing the disking. We have got 78% of our seed left, so we can keep going for a little while yet. We did lift a load of sugar beet this morning before you joined us. Again, into here. Away we go once more.
Venkat 5698 Super Venkat
Okay,
said hello.
we will stop that.
Venkat 5698 Super Venkat.
We will stop that. Not having that. Keep forgetting to boot Discord when we do our videos. There may not be a video up on Saturday or a video up on Sunday, whichever way it works, because of the Sebring 12 hours. We need to have the 12 hours free plus the qualifying period, of course, to get on the grid for that. may not do any fertilising on this land until, well, we have got fertiliser, so we may well load the fertiliser on the trailer and get all these fields fertilised if the weather holds. We will see how the weather goes as for what we do about that. See the Super 4 there working away. We will go to the back of the tractor, make it a little bit easier to get all the wheat in without missing anything. Did cultivate the, we haven't got the discs on the Super 4. I think he's actually put the cultivator on, given it some use before we swap it out for a Dutch Harrow for the sugar beet. In there, just setting off back down to the bottom of the field again. Going to have a fair bit of wheat to cook this next year. The extra field because of the fact we're not growing potatoes. Everything at the moment on the farm has come together nicely. I thought we was going to struggle to get the rest of the cereals up, but we managed to get them up. All the cereals are in storage. They will be getting sold in the coming weeks, as well as a bit of animal work. May even buy ourselves a few more sheep and a few more cattle, as well as trying to get hold of that fishing pit, which will keep money coming in with the fishermen, as well as providing a grass field for us. We've also got £200 to spend on rent for the next year on the field over at the sugar beet factory, although we may pay for 5 years rent it for 5 years. That way there's no danger of anybody else jumping on our toes and taking that field. Other dairy farmers or pig farmers may, well, not dairy farmers, dairy dairy farmers or sheep farmers may want that as extra hay for their sheep and cows. Which is only £1,000 a cost for the next 5 years. Although in 5 years' time that price may go up a little bit. Okay, we will soon have the Super 4 finished his job by the looks of him. He's getting along nicely across the other side, and we shall take him over. He can get started on ploughing the land at the other farm. Do plan on expanding the farm as we move forward, which may also include getting another member of staff to come and join the farm. We will see how that goes, depends on what tractor we can get to do all the heavy work. At the minute we've got a 5000 and a Super 4. It is almost midday, so still plenty of time to get some more drilling done here today, although we do need to get the Super 4 over to the dairy farm as well. Looks like he hasn't got much left there now, so see how he goes. Hopefully we'll get it all finished. This tractor working a whole lot better since we had the service done. Still got 45% of our seed left. Keeping our fingers crossed we don't have to go and buy any more wheat seed before we get this field finished. Although a long way to go in this field, although we've come a fair way during today's episode. We are coming up towards the end of today's episode as well, which means that we're not going to get the rain arrive before we leave you, I don't think. Right towards the end of the autumn now, and if we don't get all this field drilled before the frost arrives, then we will have winter wheat and spring wheat mixed together. In the same field, which it's not a major problem, I don't think. We are keeping our fingers crossed. We will get this done today and tomorrow. %, of our seed left. We can get another round easy enough. See over in the distance just a thin strip left for the county to cultivate up before it heads off over to the dairy farm to get the ploughing done. There's 3 fields over there to plough, 4 fields, sorry, including the sugar beet field. There's still plenty of ploughing to be done. I think by the time he's done another round he will want moving over. But we are about done with today's episode, so we will get moved over off camera. So we will shut the camera down at this. I think we will have our dinner and then get on with the rest of the day. Hopefully it keeps fine a little longer. But for now, we hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please give us a like, give us a share, drop us a comment if you're new to the channel and you'd like to see more of the work we do here. Please subscribe to the channel If you give that bell a ring, it will tell you when we do our farming, when we do our racing, until you join us again tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye for now.